Alright, so we're out here. It's early morning, we're back on the road. Conditions are perfect. We're looking for the Central Ranges taipan, one of the rarest snakes in Australia. And we're in prime habitat. And we were just driving along, seeing this mulga coming out on the road. And as you can see, it's really lightly coloured. And I thought that we were on. I thought it was a fucking taipan. Real long, it's quite skinny actually, so it's long and thin coming out. I got out of the car flying, and then I ran up to it and it was flattening its neck. Just typical mulga, but it's pretty cool, but it's nice and overcast, so it means that it's not going to get too hot today, which means that we're in for a chance throughout the whole day. A lot of the time out here in the desert, when it's so hot, it gets too hot to actually to look for snakes throughout the day, so you sort of only got a small window in the morning and arvo. But with this sort of weather, we've got plenty of time. It's nice and cool. It's going to stay cool because the sun's not coming through those clouds. So we've got a few 100 k's left to go today, so fingers crossed that we can get something else, hopefully find the target species. It's definitely, odds are definitely not in our favour, but we've got the most chance out of anyone in the world right now. We're the only ones out here doing it, so there's only one way to get amongst it. But not going to spend too long with this fella. We'll get a couple pictures. I'll get some close-up footage of him so you can see just how nice the colours and patterns are on him. And we'll get back on the road, let him get back to terrorising the local snakes. Absolute cracker of a snake. Look how nice it is. A little bit on the thin side, but you get that out here in these harsh deserts. Mulgas are one of my favourite snakes, but I've never been so disappointed to see one. I was fucking jumping out of the car, seeing this thing from a distance. Thought it was a taipan. Long, relatively skinny, and it looked real light from the car because we could just mainly see all that whitey yellow coloration coming through. Just while he's going in that spin effects, get a real good look at those colours. Look how nice that is. Go on, mate, you're right. Go on. Look at him hooding up. Probably shouldn't be watching my phone while this thing's fucking... Off you go, mate. This thing alright? Check this little fella out. This is a rusty desert monitor, Venomous Snakes. And I just spotted him running through the spinifex clump, so I managed to get out and chase him down and just get a hold of him. These things are super fast, they're super shy, and it's not often that you see them out active because they're just so alert, and as soon as they hear you coming, they take off. But yeah, I've managed to catch a few of these in me time, so this fellow was no exception. These guys are lizard specialists, living out here in deserts, Central Australia, and they head over on the west coast. And yeah, these guys love eating lizards. They're super fast, so they'll either spot them by sight and they'll just pursue them, just chase them down. They're real agile, really quick. They can just chase them down, grab them, smash them down, or they'll go around and investigate fresh diggings. They're known to be super curious and investigate any fresh digging. So if a little lizard's been rummaging around or digging any little burrows or anything, these guys will come and check it out. They got really good claws, like all monitors. They're really good diggers, so they can go down a burrow, dig it up if they have to, whatever, grab the skink, smash it down. They'll also eat insects, all that sort of stuff, you know, spiders, locusts, centipedes, anything like that. But there's plenty of evidence that these guys are primarily skink feeders. This is a little boy. They get a fair bit bigger than this, but they're a small monitor. They're a pygmy monitor. They're one of my favourite lizards out here in the desert, actually. Mainly because you don't get to see too many of them. You know, they're not often seen. So I'm real stoked to get this. This is a really pretty one too. He's got heaps nice sort of rusty red coloration. They always have a really nice bright red eye. No matter where they're from, depending on the soil colour, it depends on what colour their body is, their base colour. But they always have that really nice red eye and those real nice stripes under the throat. Nice stripes on the tail. It's a real interesting pattern actually compared to a lot of our monitors. Usually they've got some sort of oscillations or spots or something, but these guys have a pretty like overall plain back, real nice white belly, and he's just a desert specialist, you know. Out here, the main thing out here is reptiles. So if you can feed on reptiles, then you're pretty well sorted. They don't need much water. They don't need anything. They're tough. They love the heat. Absolute cracker of a lizard. Very seldom seen. So you're doing lucky to even see one active. You're even luckier if you can get your hands on it. So I've done well this morning. I'm gonna get a couple photos, bit of other footage, close-up footage, and we'll get him back in the bush. How good. Look at that. Absolute fucking ripper. Look at that pattern on him. So different to anything else that you sort of see out here. Just at home in this sandy spinifex. You know. I'm fucking shaking heaps.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Fuck. I've never been so disappointed to see first a mulga and now a western brown. This is literally a spitting image of the western desert type hen that we're looking for. We seen it crossing the road. I ran into the scrub. I grabbed it by the tail, but I had a heap of sticks in my hand and it got out, and then we lost it. Rummaging through the spinifex, looking for this thing, thinking that we just lost a juvenile type hen. It is the exact same color. You can see it's just literally, it's the exact same color. But anyway, this is a western brown, Pseudonii mengdonii, super toxic little snakes. This is actually a really pretty one. They come in all different colors and patterns, but these real simple pale ones are definitely my favorite. So he's got those typical brown snake ventral scales. You probably can't see them on the phone, but I'll show you after. And it's late. A lot of that cloud cover's cleared right up, so it's pretty warm now. It's about 30 degrees. It's past midday, so the ground's pretty warm. So this fella's out here cruising around just in this dense cover where he can stay a bit cooler, try and find a feed. He'd just be out here looking mainly for lizards. He'd be eating skinks, dragons. They'd also eat other snakes. They'd also eat little rodents, marsupials, that sort of thing. I'm shaking so much. I was so confident.
So am I. I'm trying to keep this still.
I'm like full shaking like a leaf, eh? I was so confident that we just ticked off what we come out here traveling through the most remote parts of the fucking country for. But anyway, this is a beautiful snake. This is a really, really nice snake. Like that mulga earlier, fucking cracker. Really, really impressive snakes, but you've never been so disappointed to see one when you're out here targeting such a serious snake that hopefully we find. We've got a couple days left, so it's warm as, so I'm not going to keep him long. Take a couple quick pics and we'll get him back in the bush and we'll keep moving. Target species next. Shaking like a fucking leaf. Thought we were on. We lost it and we found it again, which is pretty fucking uncommon, but anyway. Alright, it's letting the little fella go. See you later, mate. You type in lookalike. We literally lost it thinking we lost the taipan. So that's good. It's good in a way. If we left here without finding it, fucking hell, we would have been fucking devo. Look at this little fella. Another thorny devil. I think this is like the 4th or the 5th one that we've seen in the last 2 days. He's just sitting here in this little patch of shade in the middle of the road. You can see our tyre marks. Just seen him last minute. I went straight over the top of him. You can see him he's putting these, what I was saying earlier, that little nodule on the top, he's putting his head down, but something's actually like, it's not even there. I've never actually seen one like this. If you can zoom in there, that ball that has those 2 big spikes coming off it, that whole thing's like gone. I'm not sure if it's a birth defect and is born without one, or whether something's actually has bitten it. You can see how he's putting his head down, doing exactly like I was saying. But yeah, I've definitely never seen that before. How fucking cool are they? Mad little lizards. He's just getting a bit of shade. This sand would be like 60 plus degrees, so it's hot. And he's just cruising around, living his best life. These are just proper, just desert specialists. I mean, they really are just built for this life. But anyway, I'm gonna get him off the road and we'll keep going. Oh mate, give you a little head start out here. Put you back in the shade. Look at him, he's eager. He's eager to go. Oh no, he's just gonna sit there. Hey? Off you go. Some of them just don't sit still and they take off. Others just do sit still and don't take off, but I'll leave him be. Still out here, same country. Nice little bit of country. Bit of a change from what we're used to. It's kind of like just breaking away. We've been driving up on this flat for fucking so long now. And then it's just dropped off through these little cliff edges and down into the valley there. It's been a quiet day. A couple of nice animals, but that's about it. Anyway. Have a look up here, we're just right up on the flat. It's very fucking slow, rough drive, like rough. But you get that on the big jobs, mate. Oh, fuck. Stick like impaled me. Fuck, huh? Oh, he's gone. It's fucking a bit wet, eh? You got him, but. Yeah, we're heading we got a snake. We've got a snake. It's a stimmy. Oh, it's not even here, it's further up. Fuck. Is it a stimmy? It is a stimmy. Hey. You right, mate? He's not off. Have a look at that. On sunset. We got the moon. We got Kiggum. And we got a fucking stimmy. He's big. He's nice too. Yeah, he's got real big blotches on him. He's a very nice snake.
I'm filming.
When?
Now.
Oh, just gonna get this little fella off the road. I fucking don't know. I fucking hate it. Alright, first snake of the night. Sun's just setting. Gonna get this fella off the road with getting... I don't know. I fucking don't know.
Yeah, we're good. We're golden.
You good?
Yeah, ready.
Alright, have a look at this fella. This is a night skink, Lyophilus striata. These guys are only found out here in the deserts, Central Australia. Also go over on the West Australian coast. Cool thing about these guys is they have these vertical, I don't know what the word is, it's like applict or something, but they have vertical pupils. So they literally, their pupil is like a slit in their eye. Like, you know, normal lizards have a round pupil, and these guys have a slit, and that's for being out at night time. So it's actually pretty cool. Like there's no other skinks that have an eye like this. And yeah, we just found this guy. It's like, obviously it's the middle of the fucking night, so he's out running around on the road. It's full moon, so there's plenty of bugs out. As you can see, I'm getting absolutely smoked by flying ants. And yeah, he'd just be out here just looking for a feed. These guys live in little burrowing systems at the base of the spinifex clumps or any of the plants around here. And like a lot of our skinks in Australia, they're communal. So these guys will kind of live in like, have a whole burrowing system, and there'll be multiple males and multiple females as well as babies in there. And as the babies grow up, they'll kind of pick away into hierarchy. A lot of them will have to move on because they believe it or not, they're really aggressive. So they punch on. A lot of our skinks are also really aggressive. So they'll punch on, the babies will move out. But yeah, super cool lizards. This guy's a fully grown adult. If I could take a guess, I'd probably say he's an adult male. He's pretty big, real nice and healthy. He's got a thick tail, really nice overall red color, and they're just an all-round super cool skink. That eye is incredible. That eye, literally the only purpose of having that slit eye is just so they can be out at night. We have barely any actual nocturnal skinks. A lot of our skinks will come out at night when the conditions are right. If it's too hot during the day, they'll come out at night time. But super cool lizard. Really rate them, to be honest. Like, how cool is that? Just so different. And another thing, I've said it a lot, but just so well adapted to this life in the desert. They don't live anywhere else. Australia is a fucking cool place, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, we got a very long way to keep traveling tonight, so I'm gonna let this little fella go. I'll just let him sort himself out in the spinifex over here. I'm not sure where his burrows are, but he'll find his way back. We just pulled him off the road here, so yeah, we'll get him out of harm's way. These fucking flying ants are absolutely hectic. So.
I can't one's in my eye.
Oh mate, they're just everywhere. He's probably been eating a couple tonight himself, but anyway, we'll let him go. and we'll get back on the road. Check it here, I'll just get a little close up. Are we still going? Yeah. Have a look at him. Did we see that eye? There's that eye. Oh, I just swallowed him. Oh, I literally just swallowed a flying ant. It's easier to swallow them than to try and cough them up. There you go, mate. Has this little smooth knobtail gecko, Nephris levis levis. Seen this fella just sitting on the middle of the road. Well, not this fella, it's a little girl. It's actually a massive girl. I don't know why I said little girl. Probably one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Look at the size of her tail, like a massive fleshy tail. You can see where they get the name knobtail gecko. They got this little tiny knob right on the end. Look how cute she is. Got these little paws, big bulbous eyes. And they got an attitude. They got a big attitude, these little guys. Anything out here in this country has to have an attitude. How good is that? There's 3 subspecies of these in Australia. This is Levis levis, which is the main one found here in Central Australia. Then there's Levis pilbaraensis in the Pilbara and Occidentalis on the west coast, down around Shark Bay, Exmouth. Obviously, being a gecko, all of our Australian geckos are nocturnal, so these fellas only come out at night time. Out here looking for insects, you know, spiders. They probably would take up the opportunity and eat other small geckos if the time arose. But yeah, super cool. How good is that? Look at the eyes on it. Massive big eyes, perfect for seeing at night time. She has that same pupil I was talking about with the night skink, the vertical. Someone can just correct me in the comments, applict or something? I know the word's in my head, but I don't actually know what it is. But that vertical pupil, which we seen in that night skink just before, so yeah, real nice. But yeah, anyway, we'll let her go. Very cool lizards though. Off you go, girl. How's the... There you go, look at the little defense posture. Give us a little squeal as she runs off. I don't know if you can hear that over the phone, but how good. Another stimmy on the road. Real pretty ones out here, but we'll just get him off. See you later, mate. Little monk snake, Pseudomonachus, nocturnal elapid, mildly venomous. Feeds on sleeping lizards. There's your 3 quick facts as he cruises off. Deadly little fella.